At this time of year, the focus is very much on the breeding birds. Really good at the moment are the kingfishers. They're feeding their young just now. They will almost certainly lay another clutch almost immediately after the first brood has fledged. So there'll be more activity probably towards the end of June. That'll be a really good time to come and visit. The other really good thing, of course, is the avocets. Loads of activity from them, and it will go on for the next few weeks. This is a brilliant time to come and see them. Holden Tower, the main breeding area, but youngsters appearing all over the place now. A really great time to catch up with them. Stars of the show, though, have to be the cranes. 3 pairs nesting within view of the hides at the moment. 1 pair just hatched off. We'll see the others in the next couple of weeks. So do head to the South Finger, to the Rushy, to the Zeiss hide, where we should be able to see some cranes and hopefully their youngsters. Fingers crossed, we're hoping for our first ever breeding of Mediterranean gulls. There's a pair sitting on the island in the South Lake there. We don't know if they've got eggs or not, but they should be hatching fairly soon, so watch out for that one as well. The breeding birds are going to be a feature for the next month or so, but next month we're going to be varying that a little bit. The flowers here in the decoy, it's fantastic. They get good from now onwards. And the other thing we look out for are dragonflies. So plenty to look forward to over the next month or two.
We're here at the South Finger reed bed today, carrying out a part of the annual water vole survey. To do this, we survey as much of our ditches, lakes, ponds, as we can, and this can be up to 32 kilometres of bankside each year, to establish what percentage is occupied by the water voles. So what are we looking for? Well, we're not looking for the water voles themselves because they're very difficult to see. So instead we look for signs of occupancy, such as feeding signs, latrines, runs and burrows. So what are these feeding signs? When water voles are feeding, they bite off the vegetation at a very distinct 45-degree angle. This helps us to be sure when we find signs of feeding that it's actually been done by a water vole and not some other type of animal. To help us complete the survey, the waterside habitat is split up into transects 100 metres long. These remain the same from year to year, allowing us to compare this year's results to previous years. It's thought that water voles are now absent from up to 90% of their historic ranges. But here at Slimbridge, we're delighted to have a thriving population. So when you're next visiting, keep your eyes out along the water edges and you might be lucky enough to see one for yourself. If you'd like to know more about this year's survey, we'll be releasing some further information on the results in due course.
One of the species I'm going to talk to you about today is the glass frogs. I'm happy to say that we bred them successfully here at Slimbridge. Now they've got an interesting technique for breeding. So what the females do is they'll lay the eggs on a leaf above the water, and the male will actually guard those eggs until they hatch. So he'll defend them against other frogs and invertebrates. You may have seen it feature on documentaries before on TV. The tadpoles take around about 15 days to hatch, and they'll drop into the water below. In the wild, that tends to be in rivers, in streams, so fast flowing water. So what these tadpoles do to get away from that speed is they'll dig into the gravel. Now, they develop over 200 days, so it takes a long time for them to metamorph and change into a froglet. It's one of the longest tadpole stages for an amphibian. The other species I'm going to talk to you about is the tiger-leg monkey frogs. These guys are called that because they walk like monkeys and they've got tiger stripes down their legs. These guys also lay their eggs on leaves, but they wrap their eggs around the leaves and they'll drip into the water below. Once they've hatched, they behave very differently to the glass frogs. They actually swim around like our tadpoles on the surface, feeding from the surface and around the water. So they don't hide away like the glass frog tadpoles. If you're online, check out our website to find out more information about Spring to Life. And if you want to follow us on Instagram to find out and keep up to date about the amphibians, follow #SlimbridgeAmphibians.